What's up, guys? We're talking NBA again. Here we go. We're going to talk about player rankings. Nick Wrights, NBA genius Nick Wright. We're going to talk about his player pyramid and what he has wrong, what he has right. I'm going to give my thoughts, and then I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. So right off the bat.
Well, it's Tuesday at 4 o'clock. And although I'm obviously on Mahomes Mountain, most of the Mountaineers are resting in the offseason. Thus, we move towards another peak in a new segment named after the most dominant player of this century. We present to you our new segment called King James of the Hill, a.k.a. Mahomes Mountain NBA Edition.
Wild's great introduction as always. Similar parameters, a maximum of 28 players on the mountain. That's the room for it, just like the Mahomes Mountain. And it is a fluid list. This is not an all-time ranking, obviously, and it is not a definitive, this is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is like Mahomes Mountain. It's a rich tapestry of many factors. Because no one could have fallen off, because today is the first edition, give you a little bonus, at the bottom, guys who are, bottom of the valley, just missing out. 3 number 1 picks at 3 different stages of their careers. All are right there and could be on the mountain as early as next week, and maybe were on it as recently as a few weeks ago when we had, our dry runs.
I was so glad that I saw at least Wemby added at the very bottom there. The guy probably deserves to be in the actual pyramid. We'll see who else we'd have to knock out for him to be in there. But if I was drafting a team right now to play a 7-game series for the playoffs of this year, I'm telling you right now, Victor Wembanyama is probably going to be pretty high in that list of players. The guy is unbelievable, brings you something special on offense and defense, and his impact on defense is probably second to none. The guy should probably be Defensive Player of the Year. They're probably not going to give it to him, but he probably deserves it. Yeah, the guy's that special as a rookie, as a 20-year-old.
All are excellent second options, but if any of them are your first option, you have a very clearly defined ceiling. So the only first options on there right now are Trey and Paolo. And Paolo one day I think could be an excellent first option. He's not quite there yet. And by the way, Orlando's going to be in the playoffs. Good job. Trey's a number 1 option. The Hawks are a little disappointing. But these are all really good players. These are all top 30 players right now in the league. Now,
I think that's interesting that Trey is really the only number 1 option here. And the fact he said he's the only capable one, I mostly agree, but it would be interesting to see what Brown could be on his own team. I think him and Tatum, this comes from a Boston fan, are a little redundant, and I don't think we get to truly see what the other one can bring to the game because of what the other one already brings. Besides that, I pretty much agree with them. None of those other guys are going to bring you a championship on their own.
top 15, but these guys, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, 2 of the best scorers in the league, Jamal Murray, a champion, number 2, Dame trying to be that, De'Aaron Fox, the best player on a team that's going to be, around 50 wins for the 2nd straight year, and then Tyrese Halliburton, who while the Pacers have cooled off a bit, Tyrese Halliburton was putting together a first-team All-NBA caliber season early in the year, now probably maybe more of a second-team All-NBA guy, still an unbelievable year. All right, now we're in real club super.
All right, with 13 players in, and I already see some things I want to change. I don't like that he's got Kyrie. I'm not even the biggest Kyrie fan, but he should be above Donovan Mitchell. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring Kyrie up, and we're going to move Tyrese Halliburton down. So we're going to have Booker, Kyrie. We're going to move Brown up. Have with Murray, Dame, and Fox. Is that 6? Booker, Kyrie. Gotta bring Brown up, Murray, Dame, and Fox.
You have, back-to-back 2-time finals MVPs in Katie and Kawhi, Anthony Davis, who's a champion, Anthony Edwards, who is the best player on a team fighting for a 1 seed, and shout out to Jalen Brunson, who I liked when he was in Dallas. I loved him last year by the end of the year, and now I like him even more. I know obviously he had the scary injury, but he's going to be okay. These guys are all club superstar adjacent. And by the way, shout out to Kawhi for his first healthy season in forever and really being excellent. Okay, so go to row 4. I'm a little conflicted on one of these players, and that player is SGA, because part of me feels like this is too low because he is having an MVP caliber year. Part of me feels like he's alongside LeBron in his 10 finals, Jimmy Butler in his 2 finals, Steph in his 6 finals appearances, and guys that have real pelts on the wall, and guys that we know are dominant postseason performers. Shea's never been above 500 for his career, for a season, and never been in the playoffs. But, like I said, it's fluid list. All right, now the real cream of the crop. First team All-NBA caliber guys this season. Embiid is hurt, but he's going to be back. Luka's averaging 35 a night, and we're almost numb to it. And Tatum was tough. I'll be honest.
You come around on him, though.
Be
higher.
It's not. It could be higher, but I also, I thought about LeBron in that spot. I thought about Jimmy in that spot. I thought about Steph in that spot.
LeBron.
I ended. Well, we can discuss it more in a moment.
Sorry.
But yeah, I'm just telling you, I thought about it. As far as if who I trust over in the postseason, LeBron or Tatum, or Jimmy or Tatum, that's a tough one. And but Tatum, that's where it is.
All right, guys, there's a lot to unpack there. I don't like that he has Kawhi on the same level as Jalen Brunson or Ant-Man or AD or KD. I think when Kawhi is healthy, he's proven to be a tier above those guys. I don't like Kawhi. I'm not a Kawhi fan. But when he was healthy in Toronto, that was one of the greatest flashes of talent, the eye test that I've seen since watching Kobe and Jordan. So last year, he stole 2 games in the playoffs before he mysteriously sat for whatever he sat for. It was very strange. He played 2 great games and then didn't play the rest of the playoffs. I'm assuming he was hurt. I would like to think that he was hurt. When healthy, Kawhi is different. He's on another level. So we got to slide Kawhi up, and we got to bring LeBron down. The guy doesn't help win anymore. He doesn't play defense. Most of his stats are hollow stats. Easy rebounds around the basket. I just think he's placed way too high here. He's got a fellow teammate on this list, Anthony Davis, a spot below him, and they're literally fighting for a play-in spot. Both of them, they should be doing better, and Anthony Davis has been balling all year and been healthy. LeBron can't point fingers this time. Nick Wright, this is where I start to really get upset because you got 3 guys on your next line who have never won anything at any level, at least in the NBA. Luka never made it to a finals. Embiid never made it to a finals. Tatum made it to 1 finals, and he lost to Steph. Below him, you got Steph, who won a finals MVP 2 years ago and gave Tatum the business, and he had no answer. Eye test says Steph has not dropped off, and now they basically have the same team with some new, fresh rookie talent. And if we're just talking about individual talent here, this isn't a power rankings, and there's no way Steph should be below any of those guys, 3 guys above him. That's so disrespectful. Steph continues to get slept on. Now that I see the top of the pyramid, I see he's got Joker in the number 2 slot, which is crazy, with nobody else next to him, which means he's got Giannis up top. Giannis has been balling, which is why he should be in the spot below Joker, with Joker as the reigning king, not LeBron. That's a joke. And we're going to have to put Steph next to the Joker. Steph won 2 years ago. Guy's unbelievable. We're going to have to put Steph next to the Joker. No. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to have to put Steph next to Giannis with the Joker above them, creating an empty spot where Steph is. We're going to move Embiid down, because Embiid's never won shit. And we're going to put Victor Wembanyama in that vacant slot, which is now sitting right where Embiid is, in that 3rd pyramid. And if you're asking if I'm crazy, go watch Victor play and ask yourself who you would rather have on defense, him or anybody on this entire pyramid, and then watch what he brings you without demanding the ball, without any of the drama. The guy wants to win, plays hard every night. So that's how my pyramid goes. We'll rewind this and listen to these clowns debate what doesn't even matter, because you can clearly tell that they're biased and their opinions are crazy. Giannis is a one-time winner, and he's got him over the Joker who won last year, and he's got him over Steph, who's a 4-time winner. Giannis is unbelievable, but you're sitting next to Steph in the 2 spot, Joker above you, and we're going to move Wemby to Embiid's spot, and Embiid is going down into Steph's spot.
Player is SGA, because part of me feels like this is too low, because he is having an MVP caliber year. Part of me feels like he's alongside LeBron in his 10 finals, Jimmy Butler in his 2 finals, Steph in his 6 finals appearances, and guys that have real pelts on the wall, and guys that we know are dominant postseason performers. Shea's never been above 500 for his career, for a season, and never been in the playoffs. But, like I said, it's fluid list. All right, now the real cream of the crop. First team All-NBA caliber guys this season. Embiid is hurt, but he's going to be back. Luke is averaging 35 a night, and we're almost numb to it. And Tatum was tough. I'll be honest.
You come around on him, though.
It's not as it could be higher, but I also, I thought about LeBron in that spot. I thought about Jimmy in that spot. I thought about Steph in that spot.
LeBron.
I ended. Well, we can discuss it more in a moment.
Sorry.
But I'm just telling you, I thought about it. As far as if who I trust over in the postseason, LeBron or Tatum, or Jimmy or Tatum, that's a tough one. And but Tatum, that's where it is. These guys are all first team All-NBA caliber if they were to play the games. And now to the part people are going to get mad at. So listen, I tried to show Joker's respect by making the spot next to him vacant. I know just reveal the top row as well, please. I know everyone thinks it's insane to not put Jokic at the top.
Yeah.
All I can do is be honest. I think Giannis is the best player in the league. I think Jokic, I don't think there's anyone that deserves to be next to Jokic, because I think he's clearly the next best guy. But I think Giannis, I understand last night he is the Achilles scare.
He was writhing in pain.
He is having an underrated, maybe best season of his career caliber performance this year. We can get into that more later. And so there it is. There is the king of the hill. And I know Joker fans are going to be mad at me, but listen, second place isn't that bad. That's what people in Drew's been telling me forever about the GOAT debate. It's no problem to be in second place on it. There's first edition king of the hill.
I would love to go off on Jokic, but I know that's Wilds' thing, so I'm going to leave that for you. But Jokic is the best player in the league. I mean, okay. And with all due respect to Giannis, I don't want to act like he's chopped liver, but Jokic is the best player in the league. But I'm going to focus on Jimmy Butler.
I think he should be higher, too?
No, I think he's too high.
Oh, my God.
I'm kind of looking at it as regular season right now, because it's going to change every week. I get playoff Jimmy. I get big face coffee. I get the funky little hairdo and piercings for the picture day and all that stuff. But Jimmy Butler's too. I would take KD. And I think it's left to right. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're wrong.
I got my sources on your new committee too.
To right.
I would take Steph, SGA, KD, Kawhi, AD, and for all this silliness, Anthony Edwards over Jimmy Butler. Right now, I mean, we're talking about right now regular season. I would put them over Jimmy Butler, so I would pick any of those guys, but I'll throw Edwards, switch him places with Butler or KD, whoever you want. You can put Butler where Jalen Brunson is. I covered his dad.
Yeah, we know.
But put him where Jalen is and move Jalen down. And I like Jalen. But I would put Donovan Mitchell where Jalen is. I know I'm getting all. I'm tearing your thing. But I gotta say this before I go.
Oh, we have more.
Wemby.
Wemby